welcome to our channel. Welcome to new video of BlueJ tutorial part 2. Well, here we will be discussing the importance of variables. Now, basically, a variable is such a thing that people mostly confuse it. Variable is just like that. If you go to a bazaar with just two pockets in your shirt and you call pocket A as pocket A, you name the first pocket as pocket A and you name the second pocket as pocket B, and if you keep 10 rupees in pocket A and 10 rupees in pocket B, that means you are having two variables which is having values A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 10. Variables concept is like this. It's very simple. It's not complicated as people think of it, and it's very easy to come up with. Now variables play a very important part in programming languages, as without variables you can't proceed to main things, and without having your concept cleared, variables can't be cleared off at the first sight. So to begin with, we will start with a very basic demonstration of what variables can be and what it can be used to. Well, this is a program that we have tested here and we have just made it up for you guys to understand. Now, looking at it at the first instant, we are getting a very simple program that displays us various types of pockets having different types of variables or values maybe. For example, if you consider this variable, it's just a pocket which is storing this value. Now the question comes, where does this pocket goes? Now the answer is this pocket is stored into the computer memory, which stores temporarily the variable into a memory address into your computer. So this very simple thing, very simple, logically very simple thing, which is very easy to do. Now here we will be using various types of words like int, like short, like long, like double, like float. These type of things are very common in programming languages. Now what is the meaning of int? Int basically stands for integer. Short stands for short only, and long is a different thing. Double and float are very relatable. Double means we can consider an integer number like this, like 42. Well, integer number, to begin with, integer number is just those natural numbers which can be considered from negative to positive and without any fractional part included. So here we can consider as minus 42 to be an integer as well. Minus 42 can be considered as integer as well. So we can also include various negative numbers into the integer part, but not any fractional numbers. Now what I mean by fractional number is that this double thing, this double variable which is holding this value, this means it is storing some number which is not divisible by certain divisor, and that's why it has got some remainder value, and that remainder value is stored here as a fractional part. Now this 3.4553 is considered as a double variable. Now this thing we can also take it to float as well. Means a double can be considered as a float variable as well, just by simply typing float out there. float a double 2 is equal to 3.4553 f. Now this thing can be easily complemented and it's easily compilable because it has no syntax error. Now as of now, here we are just staring at two different possibilities, y float and y double. Well, float and double has two ranges which we will be discussing in the later videos. As of now, just understand the difference between double and float. The primary difference between double and float is that double doesn't use a d here, right? After this variable's value, we don't use a d like this. We just simply leave it as double. We have already declared it as a double and we just leave it. Whereas as float, we just have to write a f after this. Okay? If we don't write the f, then it will automatically cause some unseen error that you can't interpret, and naturally your program will not work. So this is the basic difference between these two things. Now float a double 2 is something which I just made up in this program. Just to let you understand, guys, I will just erase the part which is not needed. So these things should be made clear in the first day, otherwise you can't proceed any further. So this is the float and double differences. I will come into the ranges of each variables in the next video. Now coming to the long part. Long means long numbers. Here a number is taken as 8304. We can take many long numbers. Now long numbers generally means integer numbers which are generally taken as very long sets of numbers, very long sets of digits which can be taken into a long variable. For instance, we can take a mobile number as data, or just a value as in a long variable. So long variable always stores long sets of data. Now this char data type, well, this char word has a different meaning. Char word stands for character and it takes only character inputs, as of like this. This is the character input that which is been assigned to this variable a char. Now to come to the main part, we have already seen that these are the different pockets storing different values, and as of now we have come to this part where different types of variables are having different values, but we don't know what these red words stand for. Well, to be precise, this red words stands for data types. Now this is a very main thing that we have come into. Data types. What are data types? Data types are generally taken as types of data which we generally considered in a programming language. Int, short, long, double, float, char, boolean, byte. These type of things are commonly known as data types. Now data types is simple as the word goes by. Types of data. Whether you take integer means integer type data, short means short type data, long means long numbers type data, double means, I have told you already, it has specific range of integral numbers which are having fractional part. So double and float are almost same in their regards, only as the float has less range and double has more range. We will talk about ranges of the variables in the later videos. Character is something which takes character as its input. Boolean is just like a true or false game with your friend. Boolean is basically takes the input. We were discussing about the types of variables. Now we have missed one. We were discussing about one data type, that is Boolean. Now what is Boolean? Boolean is just like playing truth or dare games with your friends. Here we will also only consider just true or false as our primary objective as of now. Now Boolean means simply that it has to be taking a decision in favor of a truth or in favor of a false. Just like in flowchart, we use decision box to decide whether our decision will go in the yes direction or no direction. This is similar to that. Boolean function we have already discussed. Now byte. Byte is simple small storage of numbers which can be considered as a mere trifle amount of data. It's very small to be precise. As of now we are discussing string. Now this data type is specifically meant to store more long characters, rather I mean to say long words or sentences even we can consider in this string data type. So strings can be used specifically to mention some words or sentences which we can easily get output from. Now this is the whole segment of program that we have already taken, and we will compile it using Control K, or you can use this button to compile. And let's close this window. Let's get our output. We will just execute the void main, and here we are with our output. This is our whole output where you are getting the real taste of your program. Now this is the output and this is our program. We will just take it. Yeah, here it is, and this is the output. Wait 1 second. Data tutorial. And this is the terminal window which contains the basic output. So here we are with our program segment and also with the output. These were the exact values that were taken here, and it's just here as well, so you can get all the values here defined. So this is it. If you like this video, if you just like this video, subscribe to this channel. We will be creating more contents, and also if you have doubts regarding this, we will post your doubts with a mail address which we will be using shortly to give you in the description. Just go into that mail and just mail your queries regarding the current topic that we have discussed, and we will try to clear it within a day or so. If you have any doubts regarding the current topics, you can always discuss in the email that we will be including in the description box along with as of now. And also we will be sharing some important specific more contents in the future. So if you just want to do the things, if you just want to learn more things, just subscribe to this channel and keep us motivated. Also give your valuable comments in the comment box so that in the upcoming lectures we can also adhere to it. Thanks a lot.